has played prior.
I don't like
10
this slug pick,
seconds
but
to
I can
pick.
see why they would pick it, even though it's into Disruptor,
5
because
seconds. Hurry, hurry.
it's very easy for Disruptor to just cast his ult on the slug, and you have Glimpse as well, so there's always that factor. But I think Raven can work around it because his hero is good against Pudge and TA if he gets to have these long fights, and it's a counter to Batrider on the bot lane.
Yeah, I agree. I like this Slark pick, especially because of the fact that it counters Pudge later on in the game, because they're both built around sustain damage. So a well placed what was the shard for Slark again? It was like a shadow.
The Shroud.
The shroud, yeah. So that can help you from Pudge getting an ulti on you or landing right clicks, just taking some extra route damage, but it enables the Slark to hit their targets more.
Only 10 seconds.
If you can live past the TA power spike, Slark can be very good in the late game against the Pudge. Pudge kills your team, but I guess the Slark can kill the Pudge back. So is this like a game where Hokori needs to secure TA a good post-laning stage?
I think TA regardless is gonna have a good lane mid, you know, if he plays it well, and they're probably gonna make to look stacks in triangle for this TA to get like a fast timing with the Deso.
5 seconds.
Start to look
hurry.
look into Roche, getting Roche, and then controlling the map like until Pudge gets his timing, and then they start rolling over Fnatic in this game. But
like
they carry on.
No, I was just like, I like the Darkseer ban and then the Spirit Breaker, which would also be like a map controlling vision hero for Hokori.
10 seconds to pick. Reading team pick.
Ban Bloodseeker.
Yeah, I guess banning the Bloodseeker makes sense. Puck and Slark both pretty annoyed by this. But does that also mean that Pango, one of the heroes that just completely destroyed by Bloodseeker, maybe Fnatic might pick Does Jay play offlane Pango?
Yeah, I think I've seen him play it, but not sure how good it fares into Pudge to drop the lane. It's gonna be a lot of damage.
Just
the
thinking
one
about...
weakness.
Yeah, go ahead.
The one weakness with Pango is his HP is very low.
He is very squishy. But they also have Puck, who is also pretty squishy as a glass cannon type. You could maybe use your ultis together when TA really wants to fight, and you'd still pack a very good punch with Rolling Thunder and Coil, and maybe even break the Coil with Rolling Thunder stuns. It doesn't move you a lot of units, so it'd have to be like on the edge of the Coil for it to break.
Hurry.
But that could be a tool for them to fight back. At least the Rubik for Hokori. So that means we have TA Bat Pudge as our cores. Batrider Rubik lane. Not sure if I like the Bat Rubik versus Slark. I mean, if... I
think Rubik is just for the Jakiro because of Ice Path, and Rubik can do a lot the Ice Path. That's why they picked it. But I'm not a fan of it on the lane. I can agree on that.
The lane is rough. The lane is rough. And now the Hoodwink comes out for Fnatic. That's most likely DJ's or Janelle's hero. Janelle going for the 5 Jakiro, yeah. So, Marcy Hoodwink off lane versus a safe lane TA mid Pudge. Unless they swap it around. Would you swap it?
I'm not sure who's the mid laner.
So Analog is mid and Lumiere should be the carry. But
I've seen some Chinese teams pick Pudge mid into Puck just because the Puck does nothing to kill the Pudge. I think this swap is good because Marcy can do a lot of damage against the Pudge on the lane.
10 seconds to pick.
I'm also kind of thinking, like, would you like to, just for the laning stage, just swap it around but still keep the TA as a carry? But TA versus Marcy Hoodwink, gonna be very soft for Lumiere to fight against Marcy and Hoodwink, or at least stay in the lane, because I've seen a lot of TAs absolutely crumble in front of Marcy.
Yeah, I mean...
Pre-level 3 at least.
TA has been nerfed a lot, so his laning stage is gonna be rough against Marcy Hoodwink lane.
So, you're going to jump with Hokori or Fnatic draft-wise?
I like Fnatic's draft more, but I'm happy for Hokori to change my doubts of the draft just because of how the heroes can scale into the game.
Also kind of thinking that Fnatic's draft is pretty formidable throughout every phase of the game. Just comes down to like the TA power spike.
Yeah,
Does it work? How quick does it kick in? What can this Pudge achieve potentially from the mid lane? Game number 1 between Hokori and Fnatic. Two TI teams having a bit of a pre-taste of the International 11 facing off against each other's. Boom already beat Hokori 2-0, and this being Hokori's second series in the BTS Pro Series 12 SEA. Gonna give a second chance to prove what they're truly made of. What can South America provide to our lovely SEA crowd? Are you guys awake out there? Please, please type, let's see, what should we put you typing into chat to make sure all of you and all the lurkers are out there? Can you guys give me a ga with a lot of A's? Well, at least until our bot's gonna be like, oh, you're spamming. See if you guys are out there. If you have any Hokori fans. If you got any Fnatic fans, you know what to do. We're gonna be watching them 5-man smoking here. Looking for the early aggression. DJ leading the charge. Getting the ward down. And looks like they're looking for somebody in the lane. Nobody here. Lumiere's already hiding under the tower.
30 seconds after battle.
Not gonna get much done here with this early smoke from Fnatic. And since they've already placed the ward in the triangle, here comes the pings. They have been spotted. 15 seconds for the bounty runes as well. Looks like it's going to be a 2-for-2 split unless somebody walks into the river. What does Analog want to do? Level 1 hook. He's got level 1 hook. He's got no damage for it necessarily. Gardix there. Just the bounty rune. Yoink.
Easy bounty.
Free for Hokori.
Nice.
Small economy lead. Fiolicor gonna walk into Raven. Level 1 Fate Bolt, gets a couple hits, and so are you a fan of this headrest spam these days? Everybody going for headrest these times at level 1.
I haven't seen it as much as like when Tundra was doing it. Like I think they started this. Actually, the first game I played in Alliance, they pulled out this headrest on side lanes. But it's good for the approach that you just wanna be able to stay on the lane to farm as much as you can, because you know enemies will be spamming spells, so it's good to have it on the lane. It's giving 2 HP regen, and then you don't forget about the flag bearer. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
The special creep, which is giving like 2 as well, I think. So just a lot of passive HP regen on this lane.
Tundra have definitely been pathfinders for a lot of teams with 33's builds and what they build in their official games. And, giving a lot of examples for people. But yeah, I've seen this headrest come out from, I almost dare to say, like 80% of the games I see a headrest on either side. On the pulse for Raven. 5 stacks of napalm down to 100 HP. Vitali wants to get the best out of these early minutes here and just get as much away from Raven as possible. And I'm kind of surprised. Lumiere's actually getting a very good start so far. He's got 8 last hits already from these first waves, so TA uncontested.
For now though, but the lane's
Top
staying.
lane, no. There's a first blood opportunity. Vitali, is he going to dive into the tower? He's going to go for it. Jakiro gets the dots out. And Fiolicor with the Fate Bolt. That will be first blood picked up by Hokori.
He doesn't have a Dark Pact on the slug for some reason. This lane is pretty hard.
Maybe level 3 Dark Pact? I guess he just wants 1 point in each.
Maybe. But he's getting spammed on the lane with it.
See how much regen. Okay, there's a stick and some tangos on the way for the Bat Rider. Raven also has a stick, and Jakir has a stick, so you gotta have those against the Batrider. They were expecting this this to happen. But we haven't really talked about this mid lane. Pudge is up 17 CS currently. He's already level 4. Armel's about to hit level 4 from this Creep Wave. Analog is off to a pretty good start here. Don't think the Pug can really contest against this Pudge because of all the region he has to fight against and the annoying rot damage.
Yeah, I mean, this lane is just a farm trade for the Puck and the Pudge.
Yeah.
Nothing special going on.
Bottom lane, bit of a battle, guarding. He's had the glimpse, but he gets tossed about, and DJ secures it before the Hellbear can get his claws in between. That's going to give Fnatic their first kill. In the air, already 2 points in refraction, so he should be fine. Side blade spills. Trying to get the connections here on DJ. Very important that they get the flag bearer denied as well. Because if you have the solo hero in the lane getting the last hit, it's like, what, 70, 75 gold-ish, something like that. So that's a lot of dosh. Got our Rubik rotating it in mid. Analog. It's down to 130 HP, but Armel able to skitter right through Hokori's mid gank. Still no kills happening whatsoever. Only one on each side. RC face boots on the way.
Fortified their towers.
Trying to look at if there's anything special in item builds. DJ with the Blightstone. Oh, we got a hook coming in mid. Armel should be able to jaunt all the way back. Actually deals more damage to Analog than he takes, but they're going to take Jonelle in the top lane. Hokori finding a second kill. This one actually goes straight into Vitali's pocket. Disruptor gets bursted down in the bot lane, though. Pretty fast kills. You've got a lot of damage when you pop. You've got 2 points in sidekick, so that's like 35 extra damage, and you've got 2 Agi heroes, so you can really burst down heroes quick. But who's getting the best out of this laning stage so far?
I think Hokori, just because TA can start farming.
Armel.
Oh.
That was a good play from Hokori. They had guarding there, ready with the glimpse, but in the bot lane, they're jumping on the TA. That might be an even bigger prize. Lumiere, 6 seconds for his refraction, but not available at the right time. So Jay and DJ get a trade-off on the enemy carry. Very important kill.
Yeah, I think TA is gonna maybe start to look going jungle right now. If Hoodwing is gonna stay bot, just because the lane is very hard for him to stay on. Regardless, I think Hokori is it's looking better for them just because they have the TA that farms a lot faster than the Slark. But I think Armor has some parts to play, like, you know, to make these kind of rotations.
Yep.
Shut down this Batrider.
Gonna be another kill for Fnatic going in the way of killing a Rubik in the river. Armel's gonna secure this one. Was fighting Jonelle in the jungle, preventing any stacks being made for the Slark, but he pays with his life. Currently, everybody is pretty healthy on CS right now, and it's only the Slark who's following up behind a little bit. Maybe missing out on one wave, but outside of that, landed every single last hit by the looks of it at 34, 35 now. Rubik also TP's back in. Bat is almost level 6, so Slark, whenever he sees that Batrider coming close, you gotta time that Dark Pact. And in the bottom half of the map, they're fighting against Armel and DJ. Armel is forced away, so DJ looks to be dead. Analog with the hook. Not gonna be long enough, though. Looks like no kill for now. And Armel... Oh, Lumiere. Lumiere just gets blown up by Jay. Now they're going to look for Gardic, make that number 2 for Fnatic. So the Marcy just kind of showed up out of nowhere and started hammering those punches in and just casually kills the TA and then follows up with all of his spells still off cooldown to take the Disruptor with him.
2 creep waves as well. That TA is gonna lose a
Oh.
lot of XP. You're gonna feel so bad.
Spain without the S. Well, at least Analog is there to secure. It's like, well, if you're not here to take it, I will. Scan is used by the Dire team inside the tree line, but DJ's kind of already spotting the Pudge with it. Do they? Can they? I don't think they can kill this Pudge in any way. I'm just gonna let him farm.
Nah. I mean, he's pretty hard to kill because of his E. He's blocking a lot of damage, so.
Yeah, that really changed the dynamic of Pudge when they changed that E into damage block.
Yeah.
Armel is hunting for a coil. They want to kill Lumiere. They've got the Disruptor pulling in the Hoodwink. And they're going to be setting up on TA, breaking through the Refraction very fast, but he's got another one.
Oh.
DJ, meanwhile, getting killed. The hook misses, but it doesn't matter.
There's the
got-
hook.
They got the telekinesis for it. Still, a kill is a kill, nevertheless. That is, yeah, that was the first kill he was a part of that he got a flesh heap stack for. Vitali, lasso onto the Marcy on Jay, but it's only lasting for 2 seconds and just not enough damage. And here come the TPs. You've got Gardic here. Also have DJ coming back in. Meanwhile, Armel finishes off the Olicor while they're fighting off the Batrider, and Jay is just a stronger counterpart onto Gardic. Makes this one a set of 2 kills for Fnatic. And they even killed Armel meanwhile that was happening, so they do get something out of this trade, killing off the Puck with the help of the Pudge. Very back and forth kills on both sides. Very brawly now after a calm start. Direction of this game could go either way now. TA still working on the Dragonlance. Doesn't have any Deso parts, well, except for the Blightstone. You've got the Blink Dagger still somewhere in his thought pocket, his thinking hat. Well, what do you think about the Batrider build for Vitali? Tranquils into drums.
I've seen a lot of think this is like a SA thing where they're buying.
Oh, Armel. Oh, nice path save! Is it going to be enough? The orb comes out, 50 HP, one more right click. There we go, Vitali finishes him off. Well, at least he's got the mobility with Tranquils at least, so it works out here.
As I was saying, it's like.
Yeah.
I've seen this a lot. I forgot. I was trying to think for a second. So there's like a best thing with the SA is like a very SA thing. I think Whisper was doing this a lot. He would like rush the upgraded drums.
Oh, bot lane.
On
what a battle. Unleashed as Pop J tossed onto the high ground. Analog's going to be there. He's trying to dodge the hook, but he's going to end up right in the way of it. But look at Jay's damage against Analog. He's got himself Marcy in his claws. Tries to jump out of the kinetic field. Not going to work out. He did a lot of damage onto Analog, but Pudge in the end just decides to turn around and fight. Hook on DJ. No.
Oh!
So close.
Holy shit.
Would have needed an Aether Lens for that.
Meanwhile, Slug is free farming on top. He's just getting all the farm he can. And they get the smoke onto the puck.
Oh, they're going to kill Lumiere here. Does he have any vision, though? Does he see? He doesn't see the smoke kicking in. He only sees Raven, who's just going back and forth. Now he's going to know, but now it's going to be too late. Macro Fire, coil being used. Raven wants this kill, and he will take it. Dark Pack to blow up those refraction charges. And that is Lumiere dead. So, yep, Raven has been free farming, and now Raven's getting part of killing the enemy carry. He's tying up net worth with the TA.
Yeah, I mean, this game is looking like just pretty hard for, and he gets the solo kill to the Rubik bot lane.
Yep, Sharpshooter works out. Full spell combo used on the Hoodwink to get the kill on the Rubik. That leads Fnatic into 12 kills now.
I'm just thinking how Hokori can change the pace of this game because they're getting very outpaced by Fnatic right now.
Well, they got the blink and punch. They should be able to enable them to make some plays.
They're using some smoke. They're using a smoke right now to try and kill the Slug. Let's see what they can do.
Scan is on point. Analog just needs to land right on top of Raven. Maybe even time the Dark Pact if they're given that luxury for it. You know he's farming in the camp currently. Nobody in the lane though. I think Analog's thinking somebody's in the lane, like somewhere around this area, but there's nobody there.
A prize.
Meanwhile, Fnatic are just splitting the bot lane. Somebody's gonna have to defend that tier 2. There's a pretty big wave kicking in. That might open them to push the mid lane, and Lumiere's gonna be there, and there's 4 heroes approaching the mid lane, where Lumiere has to stay alive. He's already died 3 times. And he's moving out. The trap will pop on Armel and Raven. They're still not defending this tier 2, but they're looking for a tower kill in the top lane with the Pudge and the Batrider. But like you said, Fnatic outpacing them. It does feel like Fnatic is always one step ahead. And just keep this up.
Ammo, here I am.
Rubik also making some time towards the Blink Dagger. That would allow them to have 2 ways of jumping on top of him. And Lumiere decides to go Deso above the Blink, so probably with those Blinks on his team, he can then dish out damage.
Yeah, I mean, I think it feels like that if he's going to be farming for another 5 minutes, Hokori is going to lose pace of the game because they're always going to be missing 1 hero. So the TA has to kind of match the pace of Fnatic, even though he doesn't feel great doing so, and start joining fights. You know, maybe they have they get some Rubik ice path with catching the puck somehow or getting the slot. You know.
Okay, he's shifted up. He's not making the Deso. He's going for Blink now. So
Yeah.
he does want to make the Blink before the Desolator. Just have Hokori able to jump on top of them with several heroes, blow somebody up, reposition. Fnatic setting up in mid. We've seen this combo come out so many times, and they're going to do it again. One stun to another. Into the sharpshooter. Vitaly blown up. Jay chasing Gardic, and we've seen the results of this several times before, but Analog, he popped his DD rune. He was hoping to hook DJ or Jay. Doesn't get either one, and now that DD is just going to go to waste. Armel's pushing the top lane, and you've got Raven pushing the bottom lane, and you've got 3 heroes smoked up in mid where DJ and Jonel are just playing it safe.
This is a very obvious smoke by Hokori because bot lane's being pushed in.
Do they still get Armel with it? They do.
Oh!
Jump in from Analog. That's a long duration, but with the follow-up, there's the silence from Gardic. And Armel's down. Oh, he got denied!
What?
Oh, no! Out of all things in the world, he gets denied by the neutrals. That would have been a perfect kill.
That is actually so unlucky.
That
for
hurts.
Hokori. Yes.
Now Fnatic stacked up with 4 into the mid lane, looking for some revenge. Catapult gets killed off by the hook. And nobody is pushing into the mid lane, so yeah.
I mean, Fnatic are just bringing Hokori 5 heroes mid while Puck and Slug are just pushing the sidelines out. Constantly, you know, growing that net worth lead. Slowly but surely.
And now we see Marcy's already got a BKB 15 minutes into the game, building into a basher. I almost feel like Jay's going to be the real carrier of this game. Like, he has been so impactful on this Marcy.
Yeah, he's done a lot. He won the bot lane, got the tower, get some cool kills in bot lane, you know.
5, 1, and 4. He's been part of 9 out of the 13 kills of their team so far, and they are now communicating to go to the bot lane. They've got Armel. They're targeting Vitaly, but there's going to be Fjolikor coming in at the same time. The jump in perfectly onto the Batrider. Lift comes out, and they've got the lasso. It's onto the Marcy. The hook comes out as well. It's going to save the Batrider and push the Marcy even further into the ulti. The BKB's there, though. He's not taking any damage, and inside the coil, the Batrider's still trying to juke around. He's perfectly going to work around against Jay, and he's still got the glimpse available as well, so this Marcy's going to be dropping really fast here between 4 heroes, but it's taking a lot of time. And with the sidekick lifesteal, keeps himself up, allows Armel to get out of there. Meanwhile, at the top lane, DJ and Fnatic, they're setting up on Lumiere once again. This time maybe it works out. Sharpshooter's coming up with the boomerang, and that's TA down. Fnatic is just Fnatic with their gameplay currently. They're just playing it so well. And Hokori just still 1 or maybe even 2 steps behind.
I mean, the net worth lead is only 1k, but it feels like it's 10 just from the way Fnatic are playing around the map. They're playing so well with this puck on the side lanes. You know, constantly applying pressure. And
there goes the next one.
Another dead man.
A very dead disruptor.
Abusing this factor very well to play on the side lane and get pickoffs while Marcy creates some chaos elsewhere, you know.
Radiant's top tower is under siege. Radiant sure are loving those invulnerable towers.
Let's
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
see what they can create with this. Still this constant split push from Fnatic. You know that this Slark keeps on poking this top tower. And knowing the classic gameplay of your Pods 1 carry, wanting, like on the Radiant side, to take over the top half of the map, well, Lumiere just keeps getting killed there. So Hokori, they need to find a shift in pace. They need to find a difference in what they're doing. They're going to get caught on the Disruptor. And there's an Acorn shot doing a lot of damage. The preemptive silence there from the Disruptor on top of the Slark, but it doesn't save his life. And here comes the rest of Fnatic. Lumiere, he does have the Blink Dagger, able to get to safety. He's 500 gold short from the Deso. And this Deso Blink could have been done 4 minutes ago, but with all of this constant pressure from Fnatic, it has been slowed down and slowed down. And Slark is already level 14. He's got a Diffusal BKB. Unkilled this game on Raven Slark. Bot lane, targeting Vitaly. Jay is going to force him away. Doesn't want to jump in.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Fnatic just looking to hunt for kills, you know. On
Yep.
the hunt, kills constantly, and Hokori, I feel like Hokori need to make the initiative to smoke and kill someone, but at this point it feels like it's too late because Slark has his BKB now, Marcy has his BKB. It's pretty hard, it's pretty unreliable to, you know, kill the puck, but they managed to kill him a few times. Meanwhile, Jakiro having freest game of his life, and same with Hoodwink.
Jakiro just bought a gem and gave it to the Slark as well. He was trying to micro the courier a couple times because Raven didn't want to move his Quelling Blade away from his active inventory. But he's finally got the gem, and Hokori are going to smoke up. But Fnatic is also stacked up, and they're ready for this. It feels like they knew all along what was going on. And here we go. They're going to get that jump in first. Two-man start from Jay into the backline. They're going to get a bounce in as well, but the Disruptor ult is going to be on top of them. But the BKB and the Slark, he doesn't even care about it. But the Punch is all by himself. Oh, poor Analog. Gonna get blown up. Hokori might find a response onto Jay, but that's a 2-for-1 trade where your Pudge is dead and you killed the enemy offlaner, and Slark getting another kill for himself in that fight. So Fnatic's happy with this trade. Feels
Not
like
a
this
bad
TA
trade.
power spike is just not gonna pay off for Hokori unless they score a success immediately.
Yeah, I mean, Hokori has like one core, whereas Fnatic have like 3 cores that can infinitely scale. Because I don't see how Batrider can do much this game as well as Pudge, because Pudge is not really having a great game, and so is the Bat.
Vitaly hunting Armel in the top lane. No lasso, no nothing, just poking. Poking, trying to follow up on Armel. Firefly was still going to be up for a couple seconds, but Armel actually stays alive, and he pops a regen as well, so he's going to be fine after that. But Roshan, hey, the Roshan pit, they're going to get the hook to save Lumiere. There's a sharpshooter coming in from DJ. It's going to be soaked up by the refraction. Raven is very low on mana. Armel jumping in with what he gets the silence out onto the Rubik. Just jaunts himself back into safety. Nobody dies. Not today. Roshan also gets to stay alive in his cozy pit. Pretty good Roche interruption, at least, because Hokori knows that they can't take this for free. Like, Fnatic is definitely ready to fight them wherever they are on the map.
I think they were just trying to force a fight there, but it didn't go to plan.
4K net worth lead for Fnatic. Man, they just keep getting the percentages in their favor, man. This is just very one-sided. What can Hokori do outside of this TA? Like, late game scaling Pudge, but is it enough? Like, we already talked about how good Slark is against Pudge. And they have to... He stole Phase Shift. Not the best spell to grab there.
Can hide away.
Yeah, you can hide in the
Hide
corner.
away his pain. This game just gets harder and harder to progress just because of the power of Slark, and he has the gem, so they're gonna start to deal with everything like you see now. And Hokori won't be able to move around much in the map just because they don't see anything. So when they start huddling together, they're gonna lose the net worth advantage and slowly lose the game just from net worth. So Fnatic are doing a good job on that.
Well, Hokori is going to amp up the pace. They need this smoke to work. Rubik already shows himself in mid, cuts the wave out, but the rest, Vitali, Analog, Gardic, ACJ, there's the glimpse. Pudge jumping in, no BKB comes up, the ice path's going to be there for the cancel, the BKB comes out finally, and they've got the lasso connected as well onto J. They keep Analog alive. He's down to 400 HP though, so he's not able to fight anymore. Armel coming in with the Dagon, and with the coil, he burns down Theolicor. Vitali on the other side of the pit. Raven looking for the pounce connection. Doesn't quite connect yet. Here comes Lumiere with the damage on the TA. Only gets one hit in, and they're going to have to sack the Batrider. That's as much as you got out of your TA. Just one hit. Blinks out. And Fnatic take two.
Being very greedy from Pudge. He just didn't use his BKB there. I think if he got his BKB and dismembered the Marcy and they got on top of him, he would have died there for sure. So
Fnatic really showing why they're potentially maybe even the best team in SCA region-wide, showing that South America will have to bring up a real battle maybe later on in this game, or maybe even game 2, because right now it's just Fnatic. Glimpse comes out, forces Raven back. Roshan is still being contested. He's back to full HP. In the air, trying to work out his Hurricane Pike. Already built a Crystallis in between for that mini crit. 24 minutes into this game. Hokori, they're on the back foot. Pudge is going for Halberd. It's pretty good in terms of how far this game stretches. Able to disarm the Slark. Can't purge it away.
I'm not sure how much it's gonna do this game. Like,
It's only a
Halberd
couple
is-
seconds.
it's that, but also like it's only stopping you Slark hit for a few seconds, and he doesn't really care because he's just gonna pounce away and kite the fight.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna affect him so much, and you generally only buy.
Unless they want to use it on the Marcy.
Oh,
Bushwhack onto the Pudge. Analog BKB already used. J charges in with the Unleash. And Armel will find the Rubik. And J is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Takes down the Rubik. We've got the glimpse from Disruptor. Hook save. This is basically what this Pudge is for right now. It's just saving his teammates. And they're going to go for Roche. Or at least take over dewarding this triangle area. And then head in. Hokori, they've got 25 seconds for the Rubik. He also has buyback. Fnatic won't be heading straight into the pit at least, but with the vision taken away, maybe they want to force Hokori out of position. Raven scouting in deep. They have somewhat limited vision here onto the triangle, only with the napalms. Traps are gone. Fnatic still not going straight into the pit at least. Let's see, Armel is also starting to build against the Pudge. He's going for the Lincolns. And Raven, once he's finished up that Scotty, I don't think this Slark is ever going to die this game. Look at this. Lumiere very close, but the pounce connects onto Gardic. Gardic already down before he can do anything. Vitali trying to get the catch, but they just don't have the mobility. Even despite all these blink daggers on the side of Corey, it feels like they're just getting jumped on, and they can't follow up on that. And Raven, again on the hunt. Hook comes out, does connect onto Jay, but where's the rest of Hokori? They need to be there right away, but he jumps away, and there's the Bushwhack to cancel it as well. Just no follow-up on the Pudge ult.
no, they just weren't ready. But it's also that Slark having night vision, giving them, you know, this vision to be able to see who they can choose.
Yeah. This is so dangerous. Sees Raven, though. It's Jonelle.
A prize.
Doesn't throw in the ice path just quite yet. And Fnatic still not going into Roche. Still controlling this area. Just starving out Hokori by the looks of it. Armel looking to the outpost. He showed himself in bottom. Maybe that is the sign for Hokori to go in, but Puck is already coming in. The BKB gets popped. They also got the Disruptor coming in with the ulti, but it's not going to be on point. There are a lot of damage coming in. They've got the Disarm as well, but that's just not enough. Lumiere's down. The TA is dead right away. Hokori, they're disengaging again as Fnatic. They're just charging in. There's the hook coming in from Analog, but the Glimpse will take him away. Garden getting hunted down as well, but the pushback again from DJ, just on point with all these spells. Armel triple kill. He cleans house. Fnatic just walk on top of Hokori. Just like that, it's over. Like 5.6k damage. 2.6 of that dealt by the TA, but TA being maybe the first hero to fall in that fight, and it's already over.
Don't have enough damage to kill everyone. It's just like they use everything in a Marcy, but then using every spell to kill a Marcy, and then you have Slug and Puck cleaning up everything, you know?
Yep.
It just feels like this game is very hard for Hokori to win, in my eyes, at least.
It
I'm
does
just
feel like their tools are just running low.
Yeah.
And they've spotted the bat as well. No BKB, nowhere to go. And another one added into the books for Fnatic. That's 27 kills in 29 minutes. Every minute a Hokori member dies somewhere.
Like a slaughterhouse going on.
It is. Pudge's TP top. Is he going to blink in aggressively? He is. Looking for the hook. Oh, again, just a couple pixels short. Must feel very, very rough for Analog as well. It's like whatever he's trying to do, he's either alone or his hook just doesn't quite connect. TA is also 1 and 5, but if you look at the stats of Fnatic, Raven 507, DJ 6-1 and 12. What a game from DJ.
Armor should be 0 deaths, but he's feeding like a noob.
He's going E-Blade on Hoodwink because he can.
I mean, you remember the game against Alliance when Pablo went like...
Was that the game where you played, or?
No, it was the qualifiers.
That was the qualifier game, yeah, where he was like top 2 net worth.
Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. Like, Hoodwink scaling is actually insane.
It is, yeah. It is quite nuts how good Hoodwink can be, especially with the pure damage and how much quick burst you have in that hero. You have the physical damage sliding up, which is so nice.
Raven.
But Raven is kind of... he's just chilling in the trees. Oh, they're going to find Pudge. That's the bigger prize here. BKB popped, waiting for it to run out. They're trying to body block him. Armel or Jade to land in the right clicks. Bashing the Pudge on the spot. I mean, even if the BKB to run out, they could have just coiled him, but he's just happy. I'm just going to body block this guy so Marcy can throw those nasty punches right in the back of his spine. You can hear that even Pudge is mostly made out of rotting flesh. He's just all those bones crackling. Armel finds Vitaly, forces the coil, forces the BKB from him. Vitaly has to go back to base, and that is... He's now down to 6 seconds on his BKB as well. Lumiere is getting closer to a BKB, has the money for it, but it's also going to mean no buyback. They got the glimpse on Raven, throws him away. Even with such a deficit, Hokori still got all their tier 2s up.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic playing is very safe as well, just choking them out. They know that Hokori can't really do anything unless they go as 5. And even if they do, it's going to be very hard because of the lead that they have right now. So.
There you go. Ravens now going to push the advantage on the top lane. Hokori stacked up on the high ground. All 5 heroes, except for the Rubik, now going into the jungle. Only wants to place some vision down. They're going to see the Rubik on the map. Looks like Armel is just going to bring out the wave in mid. Not sure if he wants to hunt them all the way. There's a ward showing him, but Raven gets hooked on the high ground. Analog blinks to safety before the Dark Pact connects. He's already down at half HP. And a lot of damage here from the Disruptor. Vitaly, blink is available. Can't find a target to jump on. Analog misses the hook as well. Disruptor just throwing the glimpse, but it only brings Raven closer to the Pudge. Still surviving. 700 HP. Gonna heal himself back up with the Shadow Dance. Still holding. got a feeling if Hokori gets team wiped, it's over. You don't want to end up in that situation. Do they have any buybacks at the moment? No. Actually, they do have Gardic, but yeah, that's not really... unless you have your Static Storm unused, then you might just buy back and come back in.
Just run in and feed and buy back.
Yeah.
That could be a potential play.
Good old, what's the word I'm looking for here? Decoy chicken. Decoy turkey, even.
Is that a term? I've never heard of that before.
It's just a very rough translation from Finnish.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say.
It's basically just like, oh, look at that, there's a turkey.
Ah,
Like, oh, but you know, by the time you notice it's a decoy and it's too late. We don't have turkeys here. We've only got polar bears and Eskimos. While Raven gets a poke on Gardic. While the fight does break loose, Raven is very low on HP right now, but they've taken the Batrider out. The Aegis is also gone. Lumiere able to get the nukes in. They've got the Coil and Disruptor, but he's used the Static Storm, so that's going to be Gardic down. Tier 2 down for 2 kills. Aegis blown, but the Aegis was about to expire anyway in 1 minute and 10 seconds, so Fnatic is quite happy with this. More and more gold flowing in their favor. 98 to 2%.
Prize.
Any 2%ers in chat?
I believe.
Sim believes. Never stop believing until the referee blows the whistle.
Yeah. I mean, Budge can get like a fountain cook, and then, you know.
This is massive if Raven's able to get this kill. BKB already used. Teleport's available, but where can you go? You might be able to hide, but can you against the gem? Just a slow death. A slow, grueling death on Raven. 22 stacks of Essence Shift. He's ready to look for more. They're hunting for Analog. Armel doesn't throw in the coil, but Bushwhack does connect. E-Blade for flavor. Here come the rest of Fnatic. Right outside of the base. They can take another tier 2 in the bottom lane with Raven. 88 stolen agility. Those stacks are going to start running out soon. So either they force a fight now or keep it safe, keep it simple. Looks like they are going to move towards the high ground. Misses the pounce on the Theolicor. Also, the Telekinesis gets removed by the Dark Pact. No left on the Slark. And he goes in. There we go. Onto Analog. Analog taking a lot of damage already. Down to half HP. Raven looking for more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 5 hits to take out the Theolicor. Here comes Jay, though. And Armel's there as well. They've already lost 4. And that should be game. Pretty much Fnatic just run them over. It's a stampede. The South Americans, they just get run over. That's gonna be that could easily just mean Megas pretty much.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
DD Puck dealing 360 damage. You've got Raven with 17 Essence Shift stacks. You have an Abyssal Blade Marcy. What can you do? What can you do when you can do absolutely nothing? Hook comes out. Raven jumps back. They're trying to bring him all the way in, but DJ, two-man Bushwhack. DJ, somebody hit the button on the keyboard. And that is going to be another buyback off of Gardic. Lumiere tries to walk out with 80 HP. Does get a slice in of damage onto Raven, but it's just not enough to kill him off. They're holding, though. Lasso broken with Dark Pact. Marcy moving in. Analog low, but they will get Jay. Rax are still up for the time being. Hokori actually able to hold this base defense for a little bit longer. Armel able to get out. They will lose Jay for it, but they keep the lane of Rax up for Hokori. But it is a, you know, just a slight small victory, right, for this team sim.
I think Fnatic are just memeing right now. A little bit, to be honest. Diving in the fountains, the classic.
Trying to assert dominance, eh?
They're trying to prove a point to TI. This is who we are.
See what they can achieve. Hokori, they have only to win in this game. They don't have much to lose anymore. One more team wipe and that's gonna be it. But they will keep their base up just for a little bit longer. You've got your Pudge building into an Aghanims now.
Illusion.
Rubik has just finished an Aether Lens, alright, small victories. Swift blink for the TA soon with the Daedalus already built. The UI is bugging because it's not actually showing any bonus damage for the TA.
Oh really?
And it's showing 137 plus 32. There might just be a
No, I think
spectator
it's
bug. Raven, though, he's got more than enough damage. He's got to get lifted up in the air, and Raven's actually going to go down. They're going to take him. Jay, though, fighting right into this, taking almost Analog from 1 to 0 as he's punching those hits. The disarm comes flying through, but the BKB Analog doesn't get disarmed himself. Lumiere throws in a couple hits, but the Olicor gets blown up by the Dagon. Vitali tries to get the damage onto Marcy with the lasso. They've got another, but it's 2 versus 3. It's Lumiere and Vitali versus the world, trying to beat Armel. He's got a Dagon up, and is he going to zap him in the face? It goes straight into the refraction, but it's DJ again with the bushwhack. And that will take down Lumiere. It's only Vitali in the base with the Batrider. Everybody else is dead. It was a valiant fight from Hokori. 3/4 of that damage dealt by the Templar Assassin, but that's about it. Fnatic scores another win. They are pretty far away from the base, at least.
Not much else to say in this game.
Yeah, they're going to have an Octarine up on Armel. That's going to be even more Dagons.
He's our male for a reason.
Yep. He's the best male, right?
Yeah.
Then you also have this DJ guy.
Whatever can be made can be unmade, I figure.
Oh man, how much of a beating can Hokori take? Are they just wearing down Fnatic's mood until they're like, okay guys, we've had our fun, let's finish this, and then
They might win if they make them bored enough. They're like, oh, alright, we give you the win.
Well, that was a quick one.
Annihilation.
Yep, Ward on the high ground, not even trying to dodge it. Roche is up, but Fnatic, they're charging in. That's another death. By the looks of it, Armel, oh, he's gonna get it. Witchblade tick, will do the trick. And that's your Midrex down, and GG's called. Hokori, they wore out maybe the best mood of Fnatic here, but they're very convincing. Again, that's the 3rd victory in a row. And in total, that is 7 map victories in a row for Fnatic. Can they make it 8? As we do have another game left in this best of 2. But what were the good things for Hokori this game? Did we have any good things for Hokori? Because I don't just want to, I'm not going to bash a team because Fnatic's just been playing so good. DJ Hoodwink, Raven Stark free game, Armel making some crazy good plays. Then we see the Marcy J just man-fighting a mid-pudge without any fears in the world. But what were the good things that went for Hokori here, Sim?
I can mention that mid lane went the way they wanted for Pudge. He was having like a net worth lead. And top lane was pretty good for Batrider as well, considering that they picked Slucked into Batrider. So I think the lanes overall went well for Hokori, but like progressing the game further was something they struggled with, like getting the top tower, getting this puck kill, because this puck was doing a lot early game.
Yeah, like I can see Hokori maybe get like their game opened up through the mid lane, enabling Analog, and through that basically, I wouldn't say save their side lanes, but at least enable them. Like we talked about the puck, you enable your off lane to enable yourself later on. So you play a bit of a, I sacrifice my priority a little bit to help you guys out so I can be stronger later on. So with Hokori, I could see that they could look for something similar in their gameplay as well through Analog, but I would like to see the team have a bit more backup for Lumiere, because I felt like they opened up the top half of the map taking the tier 1 tower, and it was not a safe place at all for this team.
Yeah.
It got killed like 2-3 times in the top lane. But that being said, we're going to take a tiny break until we head over to the second game of the series. Let's see if Hokori is able to bounce back up against Fnatic. We'll be back in a couple minutes.